Hey again YouTube, Nutjob with the Machete back with a little review for you. A little review of a little knife. This, I've got to get a lot closer to the camera. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Kershaw Cinder. This little thing is 2.6 inches closed like this, and when you open it up, it has a 1.4 inch blade. But as you can see, the blade is swept and has a nice deep belly. So what does that mean? It means you actually get fairly decent cutting power in something this tiny. In fact, this is actually the second smallest knife that I own. I'll show you guys the smallest as part of a giveaway video where we're not giving away that little knife. This thing is actually so little that when I first got it I was wondering whether or not it would be useful. But I have to say, and I'll show you guys the footage in a little bit, it's actually quite useful, especially around the office. Now, like Kershaw says, they wanted a not scary knife. Well, to me, this little thing is not scary. We've got a checkered handle, which is their standard glass-filled nylon. See if I can get that in focus for you. There you go. Glass-filled nylon handle, like I said, CR13, stonewashed finish, and a liner lock. Now, of course, it's not assisted open, but a couple of the little selling features that they added on were, of course, the lanyard hole and this little thing. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. So how useful was this thing overall? Well, let me show you. This, despite its tiny size, actually has a surprisingly large amount of cutting power. This is the little Kershaw packet it came with. Fairly tough cardboard, and this little knife has no problem handling tough stuff like that. Going a little bit lighter, poster board, stuff like that, stuff you might need around the office. Like I said, not a problem. You need to chop up anything, this will pretty much do it without any issues. With it being so small, the only thing you really have to remember is you're going to have to work the blade across the surface. It's not going to get, for instance, I'm starting at the middle of this paper, it's not going to get huge curls all the way to the end, but it will give you curls the entire length of the blade. See? Surprising cutting power from something this small. Now, being CR13, it's stainless, so it took that stonewash finish really well. When it came, it was pretty sharp. I did sharpen it up just a little bit. Now, it's surprisingly comfortable in the hand. In fact, I'll come a little bit closer and hopefully I can get it in focus that you guys can see a little bit of jimping on the spine. There we go. You can see a little bit of jimping, and what that does, when you have it choked up, you can either put your thumb back here or you can put your thumb way up on the blade and you get a surprisingly powerful stroke on it. Somebody just giggled because I said the word stroke. Well, the lockup on it, I didn't think it was going to be that great, but honestly, the lockup, my thumb's right where it would fold, by the way, so the lockup is pretty damn good. And getting that liner lock out of the way, the knife folds up very easily, opens very easily. It has a thumb stud only on the one side, so it is a little more difficult if you're left-handed. You're not opening it with your thumb, but you know, it works overall. If you're left-handed, you could always just open it like a jackknife. No pocket clip or anything like that because it is so small, but they do include a little lanyard hole on the end, which of course, you know, you can put this on your keychain or something like that. Just like a Swiss Army knife, this thing is actually so little, it's not really going to be super scary or anything like that. You know, you should have no hesitation using this in your office. It's actually pretty handy, and well, I showed you the cutting stuff. This is what I basically used it for around the office for pretty much the past week since I got it. So let's go to that and we'll be right back. So, I mean, that's basically what I use it for around the office. It's mostly opening letters, or if I've got to do up some posters or advertisements or anything like that, and I need to trim down the material. That's pretty much what I use it for. Opening boxes, all of that. There are a few other uses for it, and in fact, you know what? I haven't shown you the most important part of this knife. Hang on, let's go to that. Okay, the most important part of the knife is not necessarily the bottle opener at the back that you can use to open a beer or a soda, but it is kind of fun to just have something like that on here. The Cinder itself is so little. I bought 2 of these. Fiance swiped one, and I've actually got now 3 people asking me for for one of their own. So I'm going to have to do up another order. Pretty damn popular, very, very innocuous. Little knife, good, useful, tough. I mean, like I said, the lockup's really, really tough. There's no blade play, and it was $11. That's the key thing. $11 little knife that put out so much effort. I have to admit, I'm really damn impressed with this thing, and Kershaw, thank you very much for bringing out a knife like this. Well, that's about it, guys. I can't really add anything else to such a little review, except go out and get yourself this little knife, and it will do some big jobs. If you like videos like this, please feel free to click like, feel free to subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and as always, feel free to share this video as much as you want. And until next time, guys, I'm Nutjob with a machete, with a little guy. Stay sharp.